Good morning, everyone. Happy April 15th, Saturday, and it looks like it's a beautiful sunny day here in Wenatchee, Washington. Haven't been on for a couple days, and so today I wanted to come on to talk and share some love with everybody. First, I just want to say I know that you are all blessed and beloved, and I know this because we wouldn't be here if we weren't. God isn't that kind of God. We're not called upon the planet unless we are very much loved and needed. And a lot of times we get called upon the planet to work things out, from past lives. The unicorn. There we go. Let's put that there. The unicorn. Mystery and magic. A lot of people never see a unicorn in real life. But a unicorn is a representation of something unique and different and odd. And life itself is unique and odd. And many of us are like, oh my God, why am I here? What in the world? Well, we're here for a lot of reasons. And it's an important reason. One of those reasons we're here is to experience what it would be like to be a spiritual creature, one we would say that lived on the other side, that would like to take flesh and, let's say, learn more than what they have learned already. Some of us come back many times and we compound and compound our learning. Some of us just come back to live, have a family, establish themselves upon this planet, and then they pass on and they come back. And we generally come back into our same soul families. So some of us, though, have come back many times, and we feel cursed. We feel like, life is hard, and we feel like we got the short end of the stick. And I myself started off thinking like that, and it was true. I mean, come on. Some of us are born into places that's hard to get out of. You live in the same place generation after generation, and, you do the same thing generation after generation. All you know is the knowledge that you have acquired uh, from that one place, generation after generation, when really there's a whole world out there. So I'm not sure where this is going to take us, but I just want to say that this world is your world. This land is your land. This land is my land. Well, this world is your world. This world is my world. And we are conductors, drivers in vehicles on this planet, and it is our job to have some kind of a map. Now, many of us don't start off with a map. No. Man, I'll go back 30 years, 32, 30, yeah, 30 years, 31, 32. Let's go back 34 years. And I was trying to go to school, get an education my whole life long. My dad was a fourth grader, mom's second grader. Education wasn't that important to them. It's more important to work, strive to get enough, for food, strive to get enough for gas. And it was just always striving and penny pinching. And they were farm workers. My dad was, and my mom, stayed at home and took care of the kids. It was a life that had been known in my family for as far back as they could remember. My dad was a wanderer. My mom's family had always been in Indiana, as far as I could tell, Indiana, Ohio, and Kentucky. And my dad's dad was adopted Cherokee Indian. And so the Wood family adopted my grandfather, and we became Wood, so I'm not sure what the name was, the Indian name. And so the Appalachian Mountains is where we were from. And my dad was a wonderful father. He walked the land a lot. He talked to me a lot. He taught me a lot. He taught me how to be a good, decent human being, really. You know, one of his greatest things was never hit nobody. Don't be mean to anyone. Don't say mean things to people. But if someone, hits you, you stand up for yourself. You stand for your right to be. And so that's kind of like what I'm saying to everybody at this moment right now. Everybody needs to stand up for your right to be. And let's see where we're going today with this. Synergy. Synergy. That's two things coming together and causing a friction. Energy, basically. But synergy is caused by, like this. Sex is synergy. Rubbing two sticks together is synergy. Two rocks hitting each other, two flints, and the spark flying from it, that's synergy. So it's something in motion that pushes something else into motion. Let's say that. Gas is synergy. It pushes your car. Without the gas, you don't go nowhere. And that's just the way it is. So, synergy. Let's think about synergy in the human body. To me, spirit is synergy. When I call upon the spirit, when I am sitting in the power of the spirit, mindfulness, when my chakras are all lined up and cleansed, and it's all about intention. I intend to cleanse my spiritual centers so that they're firing on all 9 cylinders. Okay? I have a 9-cylinder. I don't know what that means, but yeah, I'm pumped up. I have 1, 2, 3 chakras here on top that are invisible and mystical. And yeah, you gotta imagine them in your imagination. But that's your spirit world, right? Do you dare go there? Do you dare go there? Do you dare go into the spirit world and imagine these things? And then imagine that you got this wonderful eye right here that's constantly open. It never shuts its eye. It's always looking at everything around you. And an eye in the back of your head that watches behind you. Is that crazy? No. You know what you're doing? You're setting your spirit up to watch over you, right? You're watching over yourself. You're taking care of yourself. You're opening up your spirit world. You're investing in you. You want to know what's going on. And then you got this beautiful water wheel that is right here, which is your blue throat chakra, your voice, to speak your truth. And you should imagine that. Can you just see it? The waters of heaven and love coming down, going through your channels. It's opened up like this, coming into your mind and going down through your throat into your heart, where all love and goodwill resides for self and others, and into your solar plexus, which is your self-esteem. And how do we win self-esteem? We win self-esteem by being truthful and honest, because that makes us feel good about ourselves. Standing up for what we believe in, which this makes us feel good about ourselves. Setting boundaries against negative energies and negative peoples, which this makes us feel good about ourselves. And so therefore we have self-esteem. Makes us happy. I'm a truth teller. I'm a lover. I love you. I love everybody. My dogs. I love coffee. I love a cigarette. I'm not perfect. No, there are things that I love that aren't the best. But you know what? If I love them, I'm not going to sit and smoke a cigarette and say, God, I hate this. I'm not being true, to myself. I have to be true to myself before I can change myself. So, when I smoke a cigarette, I'm honest. I thank God for it. And I thank God for everything that I do love in my life. And this is a wonderful way of creating energy, synergy. You use the God spirit with the material spirit, and you bring with the human spirit, because the human spirit has to be ready to bring this in. If the human isn't ready for the power of magic and miracles, then this synergy won't come through. So you have to let the spirit know that you are ready, that you're ready. So we've got the green man, the earth spirit, Mother Earth synergy. This body is an earthen body, a material body. Yeah. Yes, so there's all kinds of spirit right here on the earth. I actually like to plant my feet and I pull up earth energy and I pull down heaven energy, because heaven and earth, we want to bring heaven to earth, right? So we want to bring those energies in. We all want to be God workers. We all want to be spiritual workers, because without the spirit, you're dead. You don't feel good. You don't like life. It all sucks and woe is me. We don't want to be that way. We want to carve ourselves out into being a majestic being. And it starts with being truthful and honest with ourselves. If we can't be truthful and honest with ourselves, we can't be truthful and honest with others. Okay, so this is messages from God. Okay, I'm not telling you your future. I'm not telling you your fortune. I am here to bring you a message from God. And today we're talking about how to get better energy, to calm your energy down, to a place where you can see clearly, to be calm, cool, and collected. And we all want that. Let's be calm, cool, and collected. Let's think straight. Let's be a clear thinker. Let's know where we're going and planning our future. Let us see that things are changing in the world right now at a rapid pace. And you got to be ready for it by being calm, by being faithful, by being true, by bringing to you the best energies that God has to give right now to manifest the new world. We're manifesting the new world. Right now, the world is dying. It has to die so that we can bring in a new. So, while the world dies and we wait, and here we are waiting because it is dying, we're bringing in the new world. And this is the message that God would like for you to receive today. To open your heart, let's think of our sacral chakra, the orange. And I'm kind of wearing a little orange today for that we open our sacral chakra. It is right below the belly button, and it is to help you receive good. Sometimes we think that we deserve stuff. We don't even know that. But because it's always been, we think that's how it should always be. Open yourself up to receiving the new heaven that is coming to earth. The old world is dying. Let it die. It's old. It don't work no more. We know it don't work anymore. We are giving birth to the new world. Two of Wands. Making a choice. The choice is yours. Do you want a new world or do you want the old world? Success, accomplishment, personal development, career, ambition, visionary, make plans and decisions, resolution, action, originality. If you are at a crossroads and it is time to make a decision on how you're going to move forward, never move forward unless you are calm, cool, and collected. Always sit back and calm down to think about which road you're going to take. Do you want to live in an old world that's falling apart and dying? Or are you ready to step into the new world where there's hope for everybody? The heaven on earth that God is, we were told. Yes. Yes, we're waiting. Look, he's waiting. He's waiting. Success. You want the new world too. You want the new. We have lived through the old for thousands of years. It's time to birth a new place, a new way of life, where we all benefit from the resources of the earth that are plentiful for everybody. Money isn't money shouldn't be a thing anymore. Money is, what? We can do it, by making sure everybody has what they need. That's what should be done, because the earth belongs to us all. One planet and 8 billion children. Right. One mother that has 8 billion children. She didn't say just this child, and that child was going to get. No. They were supposed to watch over it for all of us. And it was supposed to be a generous heavenly thing where we all partook. Nobody was supposed to put a fence around any tree or anything and say, no, you can't have that. You got to pay me for it. That was all a lie, an illusion that we were made to believe. Yes. Page of Swords. Happy information, intellectual, sassy, clever, intellectual, assertiveness, curiosity, quick-witted, ambitious, energetic, outspoken communication, talkative. This is my throat chakra. It's been open since I was 6 months old. See the blue right here? This is voice and communication coming at you. Where I work through my chakras, I work through my chakras continuously. These chakras, this chakra here is my third eye, which sees all things clearly. It's intuition. And this blue is for my voice, right? It helps me to speak clearly and truthfully. The green is because my heart is wide open. And I love you very much. And here I stand before you to give you this message from God. And the sun is my solar plexus, my self-esteem, my energy, my light. It comes from being a truthful, honest, loving, kind, generous, abundant person. And so I love to share this with you and how I found that. And if you think I was always like this, that's not true. It's been a process of over 61 years of in and out of consciousness, of in and out of horrible situations, of in and out of relationships. And every time, something ends, that's a death. You can only go through so many deaths in your lifetime before you see God, right? Eventually God's going to show up because you're dying so much that, you need help, obviously. In one lifetime, if you die more than 3 or 4 times, you're way ahead of the crowd. Coffee. I love it. Next to God is my favorite thing. Okay, so we have communication here of truth and honor. Right here we also have heart, root, feet, grounding, throat chakra. okay? See the grounding, the red and the gray. See his feet barefooted upon the ground. Oh man, he's grounded. And not only is he grounded there, look, he holds the world in his hands. He's got a choice to make. Is he going to keep the old world? Is he going to move into the new world? But look at his feet, how grounded they are. And that stick has him grounded too. Yeah. Yeah, he's holding on to one stick. He knows he needs to move towards the taller stick. Yeah. So stand tall and move forward and, help us all to bring in this new world that we are working on, air and earth and air. It's abrasive. There's a lot of things going on right now. A lot of people feel like the world is falling apart, but it's dying. Let it die. Don't mourn over something that's death is long overdue. This monster of a world, let it die, and then let us, as awakened and intelligent people who make choices for ourselves this time, not the government, not rich people, that we begin to make choices for ourselves. And that's why God is removing and tearing down the old world, because God wants us to have a new. Now, I know that the new world that is coming is going to be a beautiful place for our children, our grandchildren, and our grandchildren will be able to plan 7 years ahead, 7 generations forward, that their grandchildren will become. Now, do you believe we come back to this planet or not? Doesn't matter. But let's say, what would you do if you knew you were coming back in 7 generations? What seed would you plant today? What seed would you plant on this planet if you knew in 7 generations you would be back? No. God says most people don't do that. Most people stay in a mental prison in fear of death. They think death is the final outcome. It's so sad. It's sad. I mean, you haven't investigated the spirit world enough. That you haven't investigated who you are or where you're from. Because there's no such thing as death. No. We just get wrapped up. You see those swords? We get wrapped up in our thoughts. And we think that death is real. And that it continues. No. Death is not real. It's a lie. It's only the removal of old to bring in the new. Yeah, when the city tears down the schoolhouse, it's only so they can build a new one. As above, so below. So if God is taking out this world right now, that's so God can build a new one. When you remove one thing, and you have to remove the old to build the new. And I'll go back to Jesus, okay? Jesus says you can't put new wine in an old bag, or, the wine bag they used to carry. You can't put new wine in an old bag. It'll taint it. It'll taint it. So you gotta throw that away, make a new bag, and fill it with the wine. You can't bring in old. You can't hold on to the old and plan on making new. Just don't work. You gotta change. You got to change your mind. Your mindset. Look at that. Her eyes are closed. She's blindfolded. She's got all those swords around her. She thinks she can't move, but look, there's a way forward. She can walk right past and out of those swords. She's got toilet paper wrapped around her. Anybody can pull that toilet paper off and just walk away from those swords. What are those swords? Fears, past traumas, refusing to see the truth, not living out of your heart, just using mind and logic. Yeah, locked up, right? Locked up in the mind. Too much mind work and not enough heart work, not enough solar plexus work, not enough receiving information, not enough solar plexus work, learning to love yourself and be truthful and honest with yourself. This right here is somebody that's in prison in their own body. In their own body. Can you imagine being a prisoner in your own body? This place? Don't you want to learn to love this place and appreciate this place where you are in your body? I can't imagine if you are in your mind and always thinking, then I can give you a little help. All you got to do is try it. You can believe it, but try it and then watch and observe it. You can actually tell your spirit, and you might have to work on it a minute. Close your eyes and say to your spirit, go to your heart. Now, can you see that white light that's been in your brain burning the fire? And can you see that white light coming down and going right to the center of your heart? This is fire and water, my friends. Your heart is water, and you want to bring the fire out of your mind, because if you're in this mental prison, you're never going to get out unless you move into your heart, because your heart is full of love, life, and you have to look for it. And in order to find it, you might have to go through a little bit of emotional turmoil, releasing toxins, because we store a lot of it right here in our heart. If we've been hurt so bad we're living in our head, we've shut our heart down. We have these organs that are inside of us, right? Brain, all this stuff, I don't know, larynx, all this stuff, but heart, and something there. And we know, as we go on down, but they're glands. I will learn more. I'm going to start studying today the body, because I know it has a lot to do with how we do. But I did it without knowing that. So, the information that's most important is learning that you can, in the quantum fields, bring your spirit into your heart. And you can work on all that stuff right here is best, where unconditional love resides. And you need to have unconditional love for self, because when you love yourself, you don't get there. When you love yourself, you don't let yourself get bound up. When you love yourself, you stay away from anything like that. That's miserable. Ooh, that's horrible. And you want to get out of there. And that's a part of the old world, isn't it? Getting us all wrapped up in bills and marital affairs, family affairs, education, doctors, is people treating us right? Are we treating others right? I mean, on and on and on. And it's not an easy, even holding it's making me like, ah. So right now, in front of everybody, I'm going to move from my head, because I went there. I felt that energy. It just took me right there. So draw another card. We've moved into our heart now. And this is where we feel the unconditional love for everybody and what everyone is going through. And we are here to say, if you are steady enough to live in your heart, if you have enough love to give to others to live in your heart, then, oh, I don't know why this has come up. No? Yes. Yes, we do. Some of us have broken hearts. I'm so sorry. And I understand because, I have not evaded broken hearts. I have been there. And how do we heal the broken heart? For those of us who can't live in our hearts because our hearts have been broken, we heal our hearts through self-love. How do we do that? We start from infantile. I did. One day I'll tell my story of how much I hated myself, but right now I want to talk about how much I learned to love myself. Some of us don't get loved, so we have to go back to the babyhood, and we use our imagination, and we imagine ourselves as an infant, a child, and we curl up in the infantile position. And we pull the love of God down through our bodies, through our hearts, and we give it to that child. We go back in time because there is no time. And we go back and we take that child and love that child. And we love it through, as much as we need to. Through its teenage years, up to its adulthood, and even now. I saw me as an infant. I saw me as a 2-year-old. I seen me as a 4-year-old. These were things that happened to me in my lifetime. So every time in my life that I was hurt as a child and remembered these pains, or if they were something that I carried with me, it meant that I needed to heal that. If I was talking about it often enough and it disturbed me often enough, that's what I realized needed healing. And you got to go back in time, of which there is no time. And in your imagination, you will be there with that child. Go see that child. Imagine it. And you're there. You've done cross time. You've walked through time. Do you see that? So easy to walk through time. To go in the past, step back and take that child in your arms and give it the love that you needed. You are your own best friend. You are your parent. You are the one who takes you through these things. So be the parent of your emotions. Be the parent of your love. Parent yourself. Be the parent you wanted. And heal yourself to where you come out of this and this, because heartbreak is a real thing. Heartbreak happens. We have many heartbreaks in our lifetimes, and when we get this, it's death. We die. We never come back the same. So we have to reinvent ourselves again and again to be better and better. Self-development. Every time we experience this death of heartbreak, whether we're heartbroken with ourselves because we don't feel we're worthy, or whether we're heartbroken through other people's actions, none of that matters. What matters is beginning the healing process of learning to love yourself. And when you learn to love yourself, you can set those boundaries up and against people, boundaries against addictions, boundaries against complications, abuse, boundaries, that you learn to love yourself, then you will begin to teach others how you want to be loved, or they will just leave your life. If they can't do that, they'll just leave. So the big thing is learning to love yourself, because this is a new world coming. The old us is dying. We are awakening to a new world. The angel, temperance, balance, and that is exactly what we have been talking about. It's temperance and balance. We got the green heart here. See your heart? We were talking heart. Yes, yes, heart. And we got yellow, your solar plexus, about truth and honor and loving yourself, self esteem. Self esteem comes from self love. La 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 la. So you want self esteem, you want to be, strong, assured, and all these things. Well, we have to work with our spiritual world as much as we need to work in the material world. So, we've got the green heart here, the yellow solar with the green heart, which is full of unconditional love. We don't want this. We want to balance out. We want to bring the fire into our heart, and we want to, um, we got the white, which is our third eye right here, white and pure intuition. It knows the truth always. And red, to be grounded in the earth, to love where you are. Red stands for love. And yes, yes, work with your healing. Be your own healer. Yes, you can't wait for no one else. It's time. It's time to move forward, to love yourself, to heal yourself, and to begin to work on what you want to see coming in the new world. And I don't care how old you are. And listen, even if you are 70, 80, 90, and you don't think you're going to make it into the new world, well, you got people behind you. Start working for them, and God will bless you when you come back. Whatever you work on in this time where we're all learning and changing, ha ha ha, look at that. Yes, whatever you're working on this time while you're working on changing and moving into this new world, when you come back, you will be where you stopped. In other words, to move forward, only going to take you more forward when you come back in the future. And just think what a beautiful place it's going to be. Heaven on earth. Heaven on earth. The perfect balance of life, liberty, justice, and we should all look forward to that, because, the angel energies are in all of us. We're all capable of balancing and making a better world for ourselves. We just have to work on it. And the first work we do is on ourselves. Be the change you want to see. If you want to see somebody be honest and true with you, then be honest and true with yourself and others. Speak your truth. Right now, I'm speaking my truth, okay? I'm being honest and true with you. I want to share what I've learned. I want to share the love I have of life, of the Mother Earth, of Mother Nature, of the Father in heaven, of fire and water and air and earth, these things, and all the things that this combination has created. I have a great affinity and a love for, as much as I have a great affinity and a love for you. Yes, Page of Pentacles. Apprenticeship. Take up your robe, take up your map, take up your, take up your intention. It is time to make an intention and to use it and work towards it. A student apprentice. Learn new skills, opportunities, employment, enthusiasm, diligent, inspired, good news about money, career, education, home. This is what the new world is going to bring. So let's all move towards it with open heart and tell God, bring it on. Let the tower fall. Let the destruction come, and I'm not talking war, I'm not talking anything like that. I'm talking destruction of the old ways, the old rules, the old employment, the old ways that they think who deserves this and who deserves what when it belongs to us all. One earth, 8 billion children. We are all part of it. There's nothing they can do. Just like a bird gets a nest, just like a bear has a cave, a man should have a home, a shelter, food, medical, best education there is. Yep, that's what we deserve, and that's where we're moving for. One more card, guys, and then I gotta go. First, I want to tell you how much I love you. Yeah, I love you. I hope you're smiling today, because it's a beautiful day. You know, death is nothing but the beginning of a rebirth. Yeah. Learn to love yourself. Bring your two parts together. Bring your light and dark. That's what this is. Everybody thinks it's a lover's card. Everybody should love each other. No, you got to learn to love yourself into one whole bit. That's what I'm interpreting this right now. This part and this part needs to come together to love themselves, and then they become the angel. They become balanced. You become beautiful. You become who you were meant to be. You become a child of God, and you understand what's important and what's not. Truth, loyalty, honor, virtue. These things are important. That don't mean I can't drink my coffee, smoke my pot, my cigarettes. That ain't got nothing to do with my inward cup. It doesn't matter what I look like out here. What matters is what comes from within me. What do you see? How do I feel? That's what matters. And that's why I live in my heart. It's not what I think. There's a billion thoughts out there. We don't want all them thoughts. Those thoughts not even all yours. They're just thoughts of that one and that one and that one. Crazy thoughts sometimes, come into your head. You're like, where the hell did that come from? Because it wasn't your thought. So move into your heart and feel your way through this time right now. And feel it with love. Open your heart to love. Give God a chance. Give the Spirit a chance. Learn to love. Have good thoughts in your head. Do not bring the doom and gloom into your life. You don't have to do that. You don't have to. You don't have to. Okay, I'm out of here. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Tiny, I miss you. I wish you'd call me. Love you. Bye-bye. God bless.